Alright, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam, and you are watching Unlimited Options Investing. What a year in the markets it has been for both stocks and crypto. And in this video, I'm going to be going through my biggest mistakes and lessons learned from the markets in 2021 and how the markets really humbled me this year. I've been investing for myself and stock picking since the crash in March of 2020, and what a ride it has been. I have learned so many different lessons, all priceless, even though they cost me a lot of money and I left a lot of money on the table. Even though knowing that hurts, the amount of lessons, the amount of tuition I've had to pay, it's all worth it because now it's all up here, and moving forward I can make the best possible decision. I know exactly what not to do now. I can be on YouTube all day and watch someone else day trade or swing trade or invest long term, but that is nothing in comparison to doing it yourself and gaining that experience firsthand. Not to mention 2021, pretty much in January, was the first time that I started trading and buying and selling options. And boy, oh boy, did that open a whole new stratosphere that I never knew existed, just like candlestick charts and reading emotions and just the world of stocks and just options are just a different ballgame completely. And if you're wondering where the bulk of my losses came from, it is options. You can make so much money, it is so lucrative, but at the same time, it can go the other way very, very easily and quickly. So right before we get into the video, if this is your first time stumbling on the channel, welcome aboard and hit that subscribe button. Here at Unlimited Options Investing, we talk everything from stocks, crypto, options, ETFs, and we're investing for the long term. As always, smash that like button. Let's get started. All right, so the first lesson I learned, even though I didn't do it myself, I'm really thankful that I took my time just getting into it, baby step, was getting into options. You can wipe out your entire account in one day using options if you have no idea what you're doing. So first piece of advice, practice trading, get that experience under your belt of buying shares, selling them, holding them, and getting the idea of the stock market. I didn't even touch them for the first year that I was in the market. And at times, I still got slapped silly. Which brings me to my second point, don't get stuck gambling in short-term options, because even though you can make 2x, 3x, 5, 10, 20x your money within the same day, most of the time your contracts are going to be expiring worthless. Now, I'm not saying don't trade short-term options, by all means go ahead. Is that realize when you're buying a short-term option, you are making a bet pretty much that it's going to be hitting a certain price by a certain date, not too far in the future. All right, the second biggest lesson that I learned in 2021 is sometimes the best thing to do is absolutely nothing. One of my friends told me this recently. It's really easy to press the buy button, but it's so hard not to press the sell button, whether your stock goes down and you panic or whether you go up and make, I don't know, 10, 20, whatever percent you make. And I remember Jeremy from Financial Education always saying when he's investing for the long term that he's not looking to pick up the pieces of breadcrumbs, he wants the whole loaf of bread. So why take your 10, 20, or 30% gain when you can invest for the long term and have thousands of percent gain potentially? Which is true when it comes to your high conviction names and high quality names. Know when you're investing and know when you're trading. Investing for the long term or trading with an entry and an exit, getting in and getting right out. Because it can be really hard. You can hold and then it goes right back down and you can lose all of your gains. You can sell and it can continue ripping up higher. I know it sucks, but no one truly knows whether you should press that buy button or press that sell button or do nothing at all. But from what I've learned over the past couple of years now is that whenever I have high quality, the best thing I can do is just leave it, hold it, and let it compound on itself. And I have two examples for that one. The first one being Google stock is that I just did not have enough patience back in 2020 to hold it, and look at 2021, it was one of the best performing stocks of the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, going up from what, 1,600 all the way up to about 3,000 almost now. The second one being Nvidia. Nvidia, I made a video about this one earlier, which I'm going to link in my description below, is that I kept selling covered calls on that one, and I got really unlucky, to be fair, just because my contracts are always about to expire, and then Nvidia comes out with some kind of news that you can't predict it. But honestly, if I just didn't sell those covered calls, I would have had so much more gain. But the thing is, when you are selling covered calls, and that's just the way it goes sometimes, but I've also sold plenty of other covered calls that have gone right into my favor. So it's a balancing act. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, as long as your one loss doesn't wipe out all of your gains, which is actually what happened when I sold those Nvidia calls. It was not fun. It sucks, but that's just how it goes. All right, the third lesson, I kind of always knew this, but I've been putting it more into practice as of late. Invest in the highest quality names, the gold medal winners that have high profits, high margins, and have high prospects into the end of the decade. So many people just want to hit that home run. What's the next Tesla, bro? What's going to make me 10x over the next year? Or I'll be at a gathering and people know that I'm into stocks. Like, hey Adam, what's the next stock that I should invest in that'll make me money tomorrow? Like, I don't know, man. If I knew, I would also be putting my money into that as well. Now, it's absolutely fine to speculate with a portion of your portfolio, but if you have half of your portfolio in penny stocks or stocks that may one day be amazing, but also have the ability to be sliced right in half, that's 50% of your portfolio slicing right in half. So even though the stock could go up 10x, it also has the ability to go down by 50% on such a large portion of your portfolio. So I always cannot stress this enough. Risk management is the most important thing when it comes to the markets. You can't get wiped out if you risk manage properly. All right, and the last mistake I made in 2021 that I learned a big lesson from is you don't need that much leverage to make a boatload of money. Meaning, you don't need that much money in your 3x ETFs, or you don't need that much money in options, or you don't need that much money in a very speculative stocks, because if you are right, if you are correct in your bullish bets, that portion of your portfolio will balloon, compound on itself, and grow much larger than you can expect. And that's what I like to do with my portfolio. I like to keep about 20% in options and long-term dated options that expire a year away. And I like to keep it around that 20%, and then the rest of it being shares and crypto and the cash that I have in my account. And there are countless of lessons that I learned in 2021. I could keep going, and this video could be 2 hours long. I'm gonna end it here, so thank you very much for watching as always. Let me know in the comments below what lessons did you learn in 2021. As always, subscribe and like, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.